Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be channeling your ancestors, angels, and guides. And today I wanted it to be geared more towards your Akashic records. And so we're going to be tapping into the records of what has been and what will be and what is. So for your case, it's going to be specifically, it's probably going to entail a lot of your soul mission, what you're here to do, just a reminder of who you are, and anything else that your guides really feel like is important for you to know at this time, okay? So let's get started. Spirit guides, angels, please give us a message for the collective. About their Akashic records. Alright, start there. The bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. So, a lot of fiery energy heading towards a very specific goal. So, I think your guides want to aid you in whatever comes out today. It's going to aid you in fast movement forward, okay? And this is the year of the horse, so that is what the energy is all about. So know that you are very much aligned with, you are so aligned with where you're going and where you're heading. And I think Spirit wants you to be very aware of that and confident in yourself, knowing that you are, my water bottle, that you are heading in the right direction. Okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I'm seeing that you have also clarified by the Hermit. You have undergone a huge internal transformation. And what this means for you is that you are free. You are free from everything that you felt like you lacked previously. I think if you look around your life now, you're going to come to realize that everything that you felt you lacked previously in the last chapter of your life, or even the last 2024 compared to 2025 was insane. Okay, you are not in the same place where you were, and that is something that you're starting to realize. And others have seen it already because they're on the outside, but you are starting to see just how elevated your life has become. Okay, it's kind of happened like incrementally, and so it wasn't like a huge change all at once. It was little by little, things being added little by little until you're where you are right now. And where you are right now, you are actually really blessed. You are surrounded by everything that you've manifested. And so take some time to look at everything around you and realize you are a very powerful manifester, because it kind of all came to you. You forgot about it, but it all came to you in the end, which is the magic of life, the magic of manifesting, right? And so moving forwards with the Two of Pentacles, it's going to be incredibly balanced. Your material world is going to be so balanced. So all these things came slowly, and so know that those things are staying. It wasn't just fast booming growth that wasn't cared for properly. You have been taking the proper steps to take care of your finances, your material world, all those things, they are not on a faulty foundation. And so with the Knight of Pentacles confirming the Two of Pentacles, I'm seeing that you're actually heading towards even more abundance, because you're telling spirit, you're telling the universe that you can handle what's being given to you. You can handle it, and you can keep it, and it doesn't go away in your hands. And spirit is very, very not shocked, but they are proud of you. They're proud that, you know, you have grown into the person that you are, that you are able to stabilize yourself now to the point where you can actually build on your life. You can actually grow what you already have. And Spirit is saying that it's okay if you don't know where you're going right now. You don't need to know because Spirit is leading you. And yeah, with the Judgment card, Spirit's leading you. You're not necessarily in the driver's seat. It's like Jesus take the wheel kind of moment, and you're okay with that. I think, you know, before you used to battle with like you felt like you need to know every step of the way, and maybe at some point you did, because there were actionable steps on your part that had to be taken in order for the next step to solidify. But now you have basically built your foundation. There's very little to your part when it comes to this specific timing of the cycle that you're in. And so know that you're just giving up the control. You're giving Spirit permission to take the reins, lead you to where you need to be, and you are fully in a state of trust. You are in a state of trust with the universe, and the universe is sending you love in return so that you can stay in that mode of trust, right? Because it's a reciprocal relationship between you and the universe. And, you know, it is a very personal relationship. It's a personal connection, right? We all have our own personal connection to the universe. And so what you guys have done is that you guys have built a wonderful relationship with your spirit guides, your ancestors, and the universe. That universal light energy, that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying universe. It is that core frequency that you can feel in everything, right? Some people call it the God frequency. I see it as the universe. You can see it as however you want. But what I'm describing is that connection, that life force that is seen in every form that is in this reality. Even forms that seem unliving, that is deemed not alive, there's still an energy in that holding it together, right? Because atoms vibrate, and so and there's always a frequency holding those things together, or else we wouldn't be able to touch it, right? And so that is what I'm talking about. Okay, I know I throw a lot of spiritual jargon around, and sometimes it doesn't make sense if I don't explain it, but I hope that that explanation cleared it up for you guys. I actually want to go into Oracle cards today because I'm starting to feel like the tarot is like there's just something in this deck for you guys. So Spirit guides message for the collective about their Akashic records. You're not for everybody and star bathing. So you're not for everybody. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Okay, yes. So a big part of your journey, everybody's journey, is to go from their south node to their north node, right? So my south node was in Gemini, my north node is Sagittarius. And so I had to go from a overthinking, considering all sides, to a very much more, oh, I feel this intuitively, I need to act on it because I know that my wisdom's telling me this, my intuition's telling me this, so I'm just going to head towards it, right? So it's a very much more, for me, that it's a very different way of living, right? And for you guys can check your birth charts, if you know the time of your birth and the location. You can just plug it in and they'll tell you what your north node and south node is. You guys can visit like cafeastrology.com. I think that's what it's called. They give a pretty good summary of all the little bits that make you kind of you, you know. And so you're not for everyone facing your true north. Your true north is going to be something that you are stepping into that's going to unlock the higher potentials for your future. Okay, so because if you walk in that space in your south node, those opportunities are not going to align with you. So if you rely on who you used to be, on who you've always been, even though you've always felt the call to change, you know, those things won't necessarily work out in the best favor. They might work out, but it's not in the best way, because it's not in your true authentic self that you are coming to be again. You understand? And so you're not for everyone. Know that if you do face rejection, if you do face opportunities that shut down or closed, know that those opportunities just aren't meant for you. And Spirit's actually wanting to say, like, they're very proud of you for getting out of your comfort zone to even approach these opportunities, and to see yourself in a different way, right? In a different role than you normally would. So maybe you guys applied somewhere it's kind of on a whim because it felt right in the moment. And Spirit is saying, don't worry if that doesn't work out, because sometimes, our spontaneity can lead to very door opening opportunities, but it could also lead us to opportunities that aren't necessarily meant for us. It was just available at the time. And so Spirit is saying, hey, if that one didn't work out, it just wasn't for you. You don't need to beat yourself up over it. And just know that where you're meant to be, you are the perfect fit. Where you're meant to work, you are the perfect fit. Okay? No matter where you're meant to go, you're meant to be there because you are the perfect fit for that position in that space in time, right? And so Spirit's urging you to connect back to the stars, your light body, your crystal grid, transmission, activation. Okay, so your light body is actually upgrading. And what that means is that you're able to hold a lot more light energy. So love, compassion, empathy for others, right? And so you're going to be able to upgrade your light body much more naturally when you are out under the stars. So star bathing is going to be really good for you. And it's going to not only upgrade your system, but it is also going to be purging away the past. And so be aware that when you do go stargazing, you might end up crying because there's some emotions that needed to be kind of processed and understood so that you can let it go in that moment. And when you let it go under the stars, my friend told me this at a party. She was saying, whenever you feel heavy inside and you need to talk about these things, go outside under the stars. Because you don't want to talk about these things when you're inside a building because it traps the energy. But when you're outside, it actually allows the energy to be released entirely and be transmuted by the energy of the cosmos around you. It's going to return back to what it was, right? Just pure energy. And so, and there's also going to be a transmission that is going to be occurring for you. you will be getting a message from Spirit. This may be your first one, or if you've never really heard Spirit before, you might actually be able to hear spirits now. It's called clairaudient, and so and it's never creepy. It's just like you're hearing someone speak to you. Okay, so yeah, it does sound a little creepy, but when I say it like that. But know that it is with love, and that your spirit guides will do whatever they can to not freak you out, right? They will know to give you that feeling of peace, of tranquility, of protection before you get this transmission. It's not going to just like you're out in the dark and it's going to come out of nowhere. No, you're going to feel this emanating sensation from your heart space of just love and warmth, which you will be able to feel because if you're outside, oh my God, it might be a little cold. And so you're going to feel that heart space kind of warming up, and you're going to feel very warm inside. You're going to feel like you're ready for a hug. And then when you're ready for that hug, Spirit's going to send you that transmission. And this transmission is straight from your Akashic records. That's what I'm hearing. Spirit is not only going to be like speaking to you, they're going to be like connecting your frequency to the frequency of whatever knowledge that you need to know at that time. And so it's going to be like a straight transmission of information and knowledge that is crucial for this next step, okay? And yeah, so try to go stargazing, or star bathing. You don't necessarily need to be able to see the stars. Just go outside at night and put out the intention that you're connecting to the energy of the cosmos at the time, and your spirit guides will take it from there, So let's see what the timing is. So let's pull out one more card, or a couple more cards, because I still feel like reading for you guys. I feel like it's not done. It's not done. So let's continue. What about their Akashic records do they need to know, Spirit? Okay. And of course, as we tap into the Akashic records, major arcana come out. Arcana means secrets, so major secrets of life comes out, right? 9 of Swords coming out with Temperance. So you've learned how to balance the I wouldn't say paranoia, but the pain that comes with being a authentic person. When you're authentic, you're not afraid of who you are. You're not afraid to show who you are. You're not afraid to speak, and you're not afraid to make yourself known. It's just whatever, right? It's not dangerous to be seen. And so you, with that kind of perspective, you're able to shift from a more like paranoid, anxiety filled state when it comes to others to a more trusting of yourself, and that as situations arise, you will be able to deal with it because you have dealt with it. You've dealt with a lot, guys. Collective, you guys have dealt with so much, and that's not to say that, you're the most down and out. No, it means that you have the most experience. You have a lot of experience when it comes to people, sometimes more than others around you. And so that anxiety, that feeling of paranoia, it comes from a pretty rooted place. It comes from the place of past memories. It comes from experience, right? And Spirit's saying that you're able to temper that now. You're able to balance out that energy with the Temperance card. You're able to finally see both sides, right? And the other side is your perspective in this. I think you were really focused on other people's perspective before, but now your Akashic records are saying that, no, you have tempered yourself. You've done this before. This is knowledge that you already have. This isn't new. This isn't something that you need to wait for. It is here now. You have it. You have it at your discernment. You have discernment when it comes to tower moments, when it comes to people that just want to knock you off your tower, you know? Sometimes people get pretty triggered by others that know who they are, that aren't afraid of who they are. All those things can really trigger others because it is pretty common. I experienced it growing up where, like, you're just not feeling the best. And so when someone shows up and they're just like all in their energy, they're doing their thing and they're like not afraid to shine, it's alarming. It's like loud and it's like bright, right? And so like to people that aren't used to light energy, it might annoy them and it might rub them off the wrong way. It's like, why are you shining so bright? You're hurting my eyes. But it's like, well, put on a pair of sunglasses, baby. Because I'm not going anywhere. Kind of thing. So that's like your energy now where you're just like, well, looks like you're just gonna have to deal with it. Or, there's a door right there. Crazy, right? Like we can actually decide to be in a space together or not. Like, imagine that. You don't have to break someone down. You can just walk out. Crazy. And with the Fool card, it's showing that, you are, this kind of mentality is literally the very thing that you need. It is. It's that playful, innocent, more spontaneous energy that's going to take you to, that's going to kind of like guide you through this next year. It is the year of trying. It is the year of being brave. It's the year of making leaps of faith. It is the year of going towards what makes you feel happy, right? And that's beautiful. It's beautiful. So if people want to knock you down, well, they're just going to have to stand over there because you're not dealing with it. If they've had issues with you, they could have come talk to you. But, collective, tapping into your energy, you guys would have just been like, well, you don't have to like me. You actually don't have to befriend me. You actually don't need to be near me at all. And that's not my problem. That's a you problem, right? And so you're going to be carrying this energy forward, and Spirit's just like giving you that energy to be like, yes, be that bitch. Okay? They're serious. They're like, be that bitch. Don't let people tell you what is what. Because what do they know? What do they know? Especially when it comes to you, what do they know? If someone claims to know everything about you, it's like, oh, really? Were you there the whole time? Because I didn't see your booty at all. Okay, I'm going to calm down. Because we don't need that kind of energy right now. There ain't no haters around us. We're calm. So, okay. So there's the Temperance, right? It's like we're going to be kind of put in situations that would have normally kind of put us in like a mental prison. But now we've balanced it out. We're like, so what? So what if you don't like me? So what if I don't like you? Doesn't that just mean that we're meant for different people, that we're meant for different spaces, that we can live and on this planet in different spaces? My ear just started ringing right here. So take that as confirmation. You're allowed to exist in this space just like anybody else. And if they tell you that, if they impose their own thoughts on you, so what? That's their opinion. That's just their mouth running off without a brain attached to it. I'm sorry, that's so mean. But it's like, I think the collective is just fed up. I think overall, the energy is just like, leave me the F alone if you don't F with me. Period. Because if you come and you don't F with me and you try to let me know that, it's not going to go your way. It's not. Because if you want to fight, I'm not a fighter. I know how to end fights. But it's up to me if I want to end it or not, right? So it's as if like people are just going to be coming out of the woodworks. They're going to be trying to agitate you, because I feel kind of agitated actually. But know that you kind of have it like under control. I think before you were afraid that you didn't have it under control, and so you were just like keeping to yourself more so that less damage would occur. You know? But now you have learned how to deal with that energy inside of you. That burning sensation whenever someone tries to disrespect you, right? I think collective, you guys take disrespect very seriously. And when people come at you and try you and they disrespect you while confronting you or any of that, or like talking about you, you see it as the most disrespectful thing, and so you're not afraid to hold back in most cases. But that was, I think, the way you see yourself as not holding back is a more outdated form of who you are, because I think you are approaching situations very differently now. That's what's catching people's attention. It's not that you're able to clap back. It's not that you're so witty and able to put them in their place. It's the fact that you can and you just don't want to. Because you don't even want to touch that energy. It's you finally realizing that you're kind of above this kind of energy. What people are putting out, you're above that. You're not taking the bait because you have more important things to do than take the bait of people that just really desire to see you kind of stressed. They desire to see you kind of like focused on them because that's what makes them feel important. Because nothing is worse to a narcissist than a healed empath. Why? Because they don't feed into their BS. They don't feed into that. And yeah, I think that's exactly what you're doing now, collective. You're no longer giving people reactions that they just desire because they want to feel better. You're just kind of leaving them where they are. And I know we've tapped into this before, and we're tapping into it now because apparently it's important to know, to realize about ourselves that we don't take the bait. You don't take the bait anymore. I think before people loved getting a reaction out of you, and because it made them feel important, it made them feel like they were actually a character in your life. Because nothing feels worse than knowing that you don't actually mean anything in someone's life, even though you've made them the center of like your life. All right? So when people hate, when people throw like a bunch of shade, when people, interesting, when they just talk about you, you're not really one to show up and be like, don't talk about me anymore. If you do show up, because I think most of the time if they talk ish about you, you're not showing up, period. But if you do end up showing up because it's family or something, you just kind of like watch from the side and you're just like, what are they doing? What are they even trying to do right now? Because it's not working. It's just not working. People's tactics on you just aren't working anymore because you've actually matured. You've actually grown into like an earth angel. You've found the energy of temperance. You've learned how to temper yourself. And people that want to like play games with you and want to incite this kind of reaction out of you that's just like cataclysmic, they're not going to get it because they're not important enough for you to even do that, you know? So that is all I have for you guys. I hope that this message helped you. If it did, go ahead and give this video a like. If you like the way I read, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd be very grateful if you did. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.